So this is a sequence to do for runners before you go out on a long run, or maybe it's a short run, or maybe you're just getting into it. So what we're going to do is try to turn on all of the muscles that are connected to our pelvis that takes a brunt of the load when we are running long distances. And we're trying to get them turned on and moving so that way when you run, your gait is a little bit better. So we're going to start off on our back, and this first one can be done if you have a yoga block, but if you don't, then it's no big deal. I'm going to be doing it without the block. But we're going to lower onto our back. Hands are by our sides. Touch the heels and then you walk them away from you. You don't want them to be too far out, but not too far in. And in this pose, what you can do is tucking our tailbone, turning on the glutes, and lifting the hips. And now you can slide a block under here if this is hard to hold, or we'll just continue on. So from here, we'll place our hands on our hip bones with our glutes on, so give them a poke if you're not sure. And then what we're going to do is walk our right leg closer in towards our center line and lift our left over our left hip. And notice that as I do that, my ribs don't come up. Everything is firmed in, my right glute is on. And then I place the left foot down close to center line and lift the right. And all I'm doing is marching back and forth, alternating which glutes turn on. And I'm also using my hands to kind of feel that flexion in our hips. This is kind of the basis of running right here. And you can do this for as long as you want. And then eventually we'll hold the left leg up, and then we'll externally rotate it, and then internally rotate it. Just back and forth, not forcing it. And if you're noticing low back pain, you can lower a little bit more. So I'm swishing my hip in and out, and then placing it down, and then lifting the other leg. And you'll notice there will be a difference in sides. For the most part, we're asymmetrical people. And then place it down. Go ahead and lower segmentally down towards the ground. And then from here, we'll take one leg up at a time towards the ceiling. Your option is to also bend your knees. I like to keep them straight. Our hands come under our head, and our elbows reach up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift off of your shoulder blades. And then we're going to drop our right leg to a 45 degree and turn towards the left leg. Inhale, everything comes to center and down. Exhale, come up, turn towards the right. Left leg comes down. We're trying to keep all of this scoot and our low back on the ground. Inhale, come down. Exhale, come up, turn towards the left. Right leg comes down. And then from here, we're going to internally rotate our legs. So my toes turn in, and then I squeeze my legs together. Inhale, everything comes up. Exhale, come up, turn towards the right. Left leg drops, internally rotate, and then squeeze them together. Inhale, everything comes back to neutral. Do that one more time. Exhale, come up, turn, drop the right leg, internal rotation, squeeze them towards each other. Inhale, everything to normal. Exhale, come up, turn towards the right, drop the left, internal rotation, and squeeze them together. And then inhale, everything comes up, go ahead and lower the legs down, and then we'll roll onto our left side. So here, my head is propped up on my hands, my knees are stacked and bent. We're only going to do 10 of these, but they're to increase the abduction of this outer hip that likes to fall asleep. So keep my feet flexed. Inhale, I open. Exhale, close. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use your exhales or your inhales. 3 more. 1. And then 10. And then go ahead and roll over onto the other side. And we'll do it again. 2, 3. One side might be easier than the other. You can use this top arm to stabilize. 9, and then 10. And then we'll roll over all the way onto our stomach. Into our hands and knees. You can shake it out if you need to. And then curl the toes under. Walk your hands back towards your feet. And we'll come on up. We're going to practice our hip hinges. So, first thing is take a look at your feet. Make sure your toes are facing forward. Place our hands on our ASISs. And slide them down. The butt goes back. Slide them up. You might only get to your knees. That's okay. We're working on keeping the core integrated with our hips. Do as many as you want. I'll do one more, and then I come up, and then I'm going to lift up onto my heels, or onto my toes, my heels lift. And then I slide back down, woo, and then I lower back up, and I slide back down. You can do a few more of these, or you can do it to begin with. And then we'll end up on our toes. Feel like we can zip in, and then go ahead and lower your right heel. Your left leg steps out in front. So my left heel is lifted. I'm going to push off my back heel and then drop my left. My right foot steps forward, push off my left, drop my right heel, left one comes forward. And it's a little bit of a brain challenge at first. My right knee comes up, and then now I'm going backwards. I'm going to lift up my front heel and then drop my back. And when I look back at it, I want to make sure that my toes are forward. And if not, I adjust it. And then step my left foot back. I make my steps smaller going backwards because it's a lot harder. Push off, drop back, check my foot, it looks good, step back, lift, lower, put back. My right foot likes to turn in, step back, lower, and then you can do this as many times as you want. I'm only going to do it front and backwards twice. It's hard. It's like a brain type of thing. And then our last one that we're going to do is you can make your way towards the front or the middle of the mat, wherever you want. And we're just going to shift our weight onto our left leg, flex our right foot, and lift it out to the side, and bring it back in. And out to the side, you can also hold on to a pole or a wall here. But my right leg is in line with my left, as you can see from the side. And then seeing it from this angle, my hip isn't kicking out. I'm keeping everything zipped in. After we do a few of those, I'm going to take it out to a diagonal. So it's going to go back to a 45. So it's not directly back, it's not directly to the side, but it's right in the middle. It turns on this muscle back here. Again, do as many as you want. You want to keep that core integrated with it. We'll do the other side. Shift weight onto the right. Left leg lifts. A few more. And then take it back to a 45. And you'll notice it might be harder to stand on one leg than the other. And that might be the side that you would have knee pain on. And again, these exercises, they don't have to be done in order. But pick the ones that feel best for you, or you can do the full flow. We just want to get all of this ready to take the load from when you run and impact the ground. So give it a go. Let me know how it feels, and hopefully you can run further.